taking the plunge into real estate, making Oh, virtual reality. It is finally here, and we can finally apply it to real estate. Yes, we can finally show that open house in Boston to our client in Los Angeles. The only thing missing now is the smell of fresh baked cookies. That's right, guys. In this real estate video, I'm going to be teaching you what you need to know about virtual real estate, what it can do, what the limitations are, and the gear you need if you really want to take that leap and be the first guy on your block to be able to show anything, anywhere, at any time in a whole new format that the world has just found. So, what does it do? Well, let's start with the basics. If you haven't heard on this on MSNBC or Sotheby's doing this stuff, basically what it is you put these guys on and you can see any part of the room that you want to see in the home that you're showing or the commercial real estate spot, and they can just spin around and they can feel like they're actually there. So that's what your goal is. Now, there's a bonus to it. All they ever show you on those Sotheby's MSNBC videos is pictures. But me, being the best broker in the world, can also do video. Yes, 360-degree video that immerses you. Completely new stuff, the stuff that they don't even do. You can do it, and I'm going to show you how with what cameras. So, here's the overview of the equipment you're going to need. You're going to need this doohickey, which is the headset. You are going to need your cameras, your 360-degree camera, and if you're shooting video and you want to be in it and really bring the experience up, you are going to need a headset that can plug into this. So it needs a phone jack that fits into a small little hole that works on a smartphone. Why does it have to work on a smartphone? Well, I'm glad you asked, because this is how this works. This is a VR1 headset. And what it really is a hunk of plastic that sticks your smartphone into it, and you get an app on this, and then you can start looking at it in 360 degrees because there are some glass diffusers here which changes the light around. So, and here's the thing. I know what you're asking. Wait, Bob, what if I don't have an iPhone 6? What's cool about this is for 10 bucks, you slide it in. It works for Samsungs, Droids, everything. Just Google VR1 and you'll find out if your phone can be carried on this device. So, this is actually the simple one. This thing is only 110 bucks, which is so much cheaper compared to the Oculus Rift, which hits you at around 500 bucks, and you have to, hook it up to like a Windows 1 million that costs a minimum of $2,000, and you need high-speed everything in order to operate it because it's literally a computer on your face. Whereas this is the low-tech option. But there's a limitation on this thing, and it's a big one, and it's the main thing that you're going to need to consider if you're actually going to do this, which is the visual of this entire thing is incredibly limited. See, they like to show you very pretty pictures if you're following this on MSNBC or whoever else, that it looks really cool. But when you actually put this thing on, it's pretty granular. And it's not the camera's fault, which I will go into if you get the right camera. It's not the camera's fault at all. It's just the fact that there's not enough pixels on these things. I know iPhone likes to say that they're great, but honestly, when it's this close to your face, it ain't that great. So, that's the big limitation. That is the big thing you need to consider in this entire thing. So, let's move to camera. But there's actually another part of this that I'm going to mention, a whole new advantage that no one has really highlighted yet. And that is with this camera. This camera that I got is the Kodak 4K. Yes, Kodak is still around, guys. And Kodak, yes, does still make some great stuff. The reason why I went with the Kodak is it is an affordable and higher quality camera that's actually relatively easy to use because there's only 2 of them. If you're looking at these other ones, the GoPros that fits 6 GoPros together, that seems to be the most popular higher end one, or all these other ones you've never even heard of. They tend to have way too many cameras, which you might think is good, but the big problem is when you start getting more cameras, is each camera has a different amount of light hitting it, which means you have different fluctuations and the software isn't quite perfect yet. So I like this because it's the easiest to edit because there are only 2 cameras, And what's awesome about Kodak is they give you the software for free, which is included. This is also, when you get 2 of them, $900, whereas if you go with the GoPro 6 version, you're looking at like $6 grand. So a far more affordable version, and it comes with an adorable little case, and oh yes, a very own selfie stick. You can't beat that. Even if someone comes to get you, you can kind of whack them, which is always a plus. Now here's the thing, it's not just a camera. It is a video camera. You can shoot video with these guys, and the onboard mic is decent. You're gonna wanna, get kind of close to it, but it's somewhat good enough if you have Final Cut Pro or software that will enhance the audio for you. That's the main thing to know on the equipment in. Now, you're gonna need a headphone. I have this Samsung Level, which is good, and it fits the white, so it looks very nice and things like that, but I have to admit, this phone jack gets a little crackly, so not sure if this is the best thing you could get, but it does the job and it looks nice, and you can only do so much with a headset. So here's the main thing that people aren't thinking about. Let's say you don't want to go with this because there are limitations. The con of the visual. The pro is you can pretty much bring this in, the open house, and show it to a client. It's 110 bucks, not 500. But let's say you don't want to go with a headset at all. It's annoying, it's terrible, the visual quality you think is a negative, because I think it could be a negative. So, the thing no one is thinking about yet with this camera is you don't have to do this in order to make this awesome. All you really need to do is put it on YouTube. Yes, YouTube has 360-degree video now. Yes, they do, and all you have to do is, so let's say you're the user, right? You upload a 360-degree video. Now, you just use your arrow keys to look around. So, you can be showing a 360-degree video, full screen on YouTube, and then just click around to see everything while you talk. Isn't that cool? That is really cool because you don't lose your visual quality. You don't have to ship this to your clients that could be across the country or down the city, and this is a little more gimmicky. So the YouTube version is more practical. The visual quality is higher. They can watch it again and again, and it's honestly a bit more of a familiar format. And lastly, this can mess up your hair, and it is a little heavy on the face. So after a while, you don't want to wear it. You actually don't want to wear this thing more than 5 minutes. Even though there is padding and it is relatively nice, it's still kind of cumbersome. So that is the basic overview of what you can do with this and how to do it, and my suggestions. If you have any more questions on the virtual reality world that is about to hit real estate, please add it to the comments, and please subscribe, because I am always making videos of this kind to help you, the semi-new real estate agent or the one looking to bring up their game. So, have a good one, guys. Subscribe. Have a nice day.